Hello students, this is the third session on the chapter Advertising and Sales Promotion. So we are discussing part A of the chapter, which is advertising. In the last session I explained the importance or advantages of advertising from the points of view of the businessmen, customers and the society at large. In this session, I am going to discuss the disadvantages or drawbacks of advertising. So, give the next question number and write down. Discuss the drawbacks or limitations of advertising. Discuss the drawbacks or limitations of advertising. Full stop. Or, next line at the middle, write or. The question can be set in this manner as well. Write down. Advertising has been criticized on a number of grounds. Advertising has been criticized on a number of grounds. Full stop. Explain. Explain. Answer right. Textbook, pages 25 to 26. Textbook, pages 25 to 26. So let us now discuss the adverse effects of advertising, the drawbacks or limitations of advertising. And because of these drawbacks, a number of experts has criticized advertising from different points of view. So let us go through them one by one. You open the bracket from topic number 3.4, page number 25, demerits of advertising within brackets criticisms. Several objections have been raised against advertising, and some people criticize advertising as a social waste. The main points of criticism are as follows. The main drawbacks of advertising are as follows. Number one, higher price. Underline the point heading, higher price. So the point is saying, it is argued that large amounts spent on advertising increase the cost of distribution, which is transferred to the customers in the form of higher prices. So when a business organization spends a huge amount of money on advertising, that increases the distribution cost of the product. Okay? And the producer, he has to recover this distribution cost, the cost of advertising, through sale of goods. So therefore, greater the cost of advertising incurred on a particular product, the greater will be the selling price of the product. Because the cost of advertising has to be recovered through the selling price. So, huge amount of money spent on advertising, heavy advertisement cost, ultimately has the effect of increasing the selling price of the product, which eventually has to be borne by the customers. Come to the next page, page number 26. Open the bracket from number 2. The previous point, higher prices, you will close the bracket after transferred to customers in the form of higher prices. Only that much is required from point number 1. So close the bracket, then come to the next page, page number 26, and open the bracket from number 2. Wasteful consumption, and underline the point, wasteful consumption. Advertising multiplies the needs of people and encourages unhealthy consumption. By exploiting human sentiments, it persuades people to buy products which they do not need or cannot afford. Advertising promotes artificial living and extravagance and creates demand for trivial goods. Close the bracket after that sentence. So another very important point is wasteful consumption. It means that advertising of the products is done in such an attractive manner that it instigates and persuades people to buy certain products which they do not actually need. And to spend it also, advertising also encourages people to spend money, to overspend, be extravagant, and buy such goods which normally they can't afford to buy. So therefore, the ill effect of advertising is that advertising in a way promotes artificial living and extravagance, and it also creates demand for trivial or unimportant goods which we can very well live without. Next, number 3, come down to point number 3 and open the bracket. Misleads the consumer. Underline, misleads the consumer. It is said that advertising is often deceptive and misrepresents facts to the consumer. Exaggerated or tall claims and flowery language are used to dupe unwary consumers. They are induced or defrauded through bogus testimonials and false comparisons to buy goods of doubtful value. There is no denying the fact that some firms indulge in false and misleading advertising, and unscrupulous use of advertising by them destroys public confidence in advertising. Close the bracket after that sentence. But sometimes, the point is saying that some unscrupulous, dishonest businessmen and traders, sometimes what they do, they make false claims of their products through advertising. They make tall claims, exaggerated claims, false promises of their products through advertising to mislead the people. And when the consumers are misled, that based on those false representations or misleading facts which are shown in the advertisements, when people buy that product and find that the product is not worth buying, the product fails to fulfill their wants and fail to satisfy them, this ultimately has the effect of tarnishing the image of the product and the organization as a whole, and it destroys the overall public confidence in advertising. And then a general opinion, because of the malpractice or unethical practice of a few businessmen, dishonest businessmen, a general opinion takes birth in the market that advertisements of all products are perhaps misleading. So therefore we should not give much importance to what advertisements are portraying. So that is another disadvantage. Then come down to number 4, creates monopoly. Underline, creates monopoly. Advertising creates brand preferences and restricts free competition. Large firms which can afford, please write, to spend. Large firms which can afford to spend huge amount of money on advertising, eliminate small firms by creating brand monopoly. Advertising thus encourages the survival of the mightiest rather than the best. Very important sentence. Close the bracket after that. So, big business houses, what they do, they have tremendous amount of financial resource with them. Money for them is no problem. So they can afford to spend huge amounts of money on advertising. They can advertise their products, their brands repeatedly over a very long period of time through the different media, television, radio, print media, etc. So this repeated advertising of the same brand through different media exploits emotions and sentiments of the public to such a large extent that that particular brand becomes almost a monopoly brand in the market. And the small farms who are selling the same type of a product in the market, in due course of time, are forced to leave the market because the brand of the big business house has become so powerful, it has generated so much of brand loyalty and brand preference that majority of the people are unwilling to buy the brands of similar products of the competitors. So this is the ill effect of advertising, that there is a possibility that advertising may create monopoly sort of a market for the brands of the big business organizations. So therefore advertising may encourage the survival of the mightiest, the strongest, rather than the best. Then come down to point number 5, open the bracket from number 5, wastage of national resources. Underline it. In order to make use of advertising, producers create trivial differences in their products. Trivial means very minor differences in their products, just for the sake of making their product look different from the products of the competitors. Unnecessarily, the producers keep on introducing certain trivial differences in the products. So valuable resources that can be used to create new industries are wasted in the production of needless varieties and designs. So therefore, valuable and scarce natural resources of the country and other resources of the country, which could have been used for developing new products, which could have been used for the purpose of development of new industries, are wasted just for the sake of introducing trivial differences in the existing products and just for the purpose of promoting needless varieties and designs. Okay, close the bracket after that. So that is another adverse effect of advertising. And come to point number 6 and open the bracket and underline the point heading, undermines social values. Modern advertising exerts such a corrupting influence on cultural and social life that it is not only wasteful but immoral. It degrades ethical and aesthetic values through nude photographs and indecent language. Many advertisements are highly objectionable and socially undesirable, as they encourage social evils like drinking and smoking. Please close the bracket after drinking and smoking. So there are certain advertisements, so you are grown enough to understand, you're grown enough to observe and frame your own ideas, that we Indians, we have we have inherited a very rich vein of culture from our ancestors. And we also have certain moral or social values. So there are certain advertisements and ad films which are shown by mostly the foreign companies, which hurts the social values, the moral values of the Indians. So certain things are portrayed in such a manner in these advertisements that the Indian culture, the Indian value system are put on stake. Especially, advertisements which are showing a young generation, young people smoking and drinking and enjoying such sort of a life, which will ultimately lead them to pure destruction. So such advertisements are not good for the sake of the society, for the sake of culture and for the sake of preserving cultural values and social values of our society. So with that we come to the end of the discussion on the topic, the drawbacks or limitations of advertising. Please prepare this topic for a 5-mark question, and it is a very important topic. You can mark this topic or this question important. So I shall conclude this session over here. In my next session, I'm going to start another topic, which is advertising agency. I'm going to discuss a very important topic and an interesting one in the next session, which is advertising agency. Till then, goodbye.